Alright, so I hope you've been enjoying some of the videos that I've been providing here. And since we talked about the core, and we're going in this core series here, I figured I'd keep going. So in this video, we're going to talk about rotation and how to use or how to differently think about rotation in order for, let's say, your deep core and your rotation to feel good and create stability into it. So I'll see you in the video.
Hi, this is Kento at Kamiyama Physical Therapy. Welcome to our channel.
Okay, so rotation. So we're going to talk about rotation of the trunk, where the axis is coming from the top of my head and I'm rotating in this horizontal spinning plane right here. So oftentimes what I see or what I hear is when the person rotates, let's say they're a tennis player or a golf player, etc., and they have like shoulder issues, neck issues, or low back issues, they are not able to rotate efficiently and eventually puts a lot of strain there. So a simple thing or simple compensations I tend to see is when the person rotates, their neck and their pelvis is not able to work independently from each other. For example, if I rotate myself to my left and my head kind of comes along with it, that tells me the relative motion between my neck and my thorax here is not strong. So it kind of gets stuck very quickly. So a motion like a tennis move or a tennis forehand or a golf motion, they need to be somewhat independent. And that's the same with my hips here. So if I move my trunk and this moves with it, that means there's not much separation. All right, so being able to create these separation is a very important thing to create power and also create stability. Along with that, I'm going to talk about a common also thing when a person is able to kind of create this here, but still doesn't feel that great. And a common thing is their shoulders wanting to compensate very quickly. So for example, let's say I'm trying to rotate to my left, instead of my kind of right here, my rib bones starting the rotation, and I rotate to my left, what happens is the shoulders come faster. So I'm over exaggerating here. So let's say I'm rotating and I kind of move my shoulder first and then my whole body rotates. This is when I know my shoulders are compensating the movement to rotate, right? Granted, the shoulders eventually come into play here, but if you lose the ability to rotate from here, it may create more issues in the long run. So a simple cue that you can try out here is think about the rib bones. So think about the rib bones here and the rib bones here to rotate to the left. So let's say there's a ring here. This is my right rib cage, left rib cage. And when I rotate, I think about my right rib cage going forward and my left rib cage going back when I rotate to my left. So I rotate from here. So I'm trying to make sure my shoulder doesn't move fast. So I'll put my hand here. I'll rotate my rib cage first. And once I feel my rib cage rotate, then I'll rotate everything together with it. So I feel my obliques work in order to rotate. And the same goes to when I go to the right. So I'm thinking about my left rib cage coming forward. And once I feel this kind of start to move, I move everything else as a result in order to rotate my chest to the right. So I feel kind of like my obliques working when I rotate. So if you've been rotating and when you rotate, you don't really start from, let's say, the rib cage to allow some of these things to incorporate, think about the rib cage moving as you rotate and see how it goes. Just remember some of the compensations I mentioned to see if your compensations can be recognized. But try this out. You might feel your obliques more than usual. You might not, but give this a try, and I'll see you in another core video.